Deep Clear. I just use a little bit, and then I sometimes mix it. Honestly, most days I mix it with this SkinCeuticals serum, 4 to 5 drops.
Oh, this is just a mess. Today we are reacting to Kendall Jenner's guide to DIY face masks, and I am scared. DIY already sounds suspicious. I have met Kendall Jenner, and my ex-manager used to be her manager at a different company. So I know her exact skincare routine as of 5 to 7 years ago. The question is, how has that changed? And is this DIY situation as bad as I'm hoping it's not? And if you don't know, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Very, Very Scared. I'm a medical esthetician, and although I've worked alongside and with both doctors and dermatologists, I am not a physician myself. That being said, I love analyzing, scrutinizing, and learning from other people's skincare routine, and that's what we're gonna do right now.
Hey guys, it's Kendall. I am so excited to be back for my second Beauty Secrets video with Vogue. I obviously look really crazy. I have this avocado mask on that I make myself in my kitchen, and it's super fun to make and super easy. I put an avocado in a bowl and then mash it up with some oatmeal. This superfood honey, I got it from Courtney, so I'm assuming it's really good and natural. And then this organic lavender oil, I just drop a drop or two into it, and that's pretty much it. It's really easy, feels really nice, and it moisturizes you, makes you glowy.
Oh God. She just went in. I know the people who work on her and her family, and she has access to the world's top dermatologists, the world's top brands, and to medications. And again, not here to violate HIPAA. She's actually my favorite Kardashian out of the, I guess you'd say the bunch or the group. Even though we've both had acne, and even though we've both had some interesting life experiences, this is a bad idea. This DIY mask is not something I would recommend at all. Avocado is great. It's full of omega fatty acids. It's amazing if you eat it. However, when applied topically to skin, it's not horrible, but it's really not going to do a lot. The avocado itself does have oils, but if that is bound up with fiber and in the structure of the fruit, then it's not really, you know, going onto or into the skin. So getting a product formulated with avocado that is, you know, stabilized properly is going to be a better bet. Glow Recipe has a really good one, and that actually has retinol in it, so that it'll actually do something for your face. Oatmeal is great as well, specifically colloidal oatmeal. We see that a lot inside of different skincare products because it has beta-glucans. These are fantastic. They are moisturizing. They are very hydrating to the skin because they can hold on to water. However, when they are bound up in the oat or in the oat kernel, you know, the oat kernel has gluten. It has a shell. You have the germ, the endosperm, the bran, the hull, and it's on the inside of that structure that these beneficial compounds actually are, and those need to be broken down, you know, either by chewing and mastication and by enzymes in your digestive tract in your body if you're going to get those nutrients into yourself, but also it needs to be broken down in a manufacturing process if you're going to put those extracts into skincare. Honey as well, unfortunately it's not cruelty-free. Honey has been shown to be destructive to bees, and they do feed bees antibiotics in many situations just to make honey. There's also some information about honey being adulterated with just corn syrup and being sold under the name of honey because supply and demand can't keep up. But looking at it from a completely scientific perspective, you know, the ancient Egyptians used to use honey because it does have some antibacterial properties in it. So if it were only those 3 ingredients, I would say discard it after you're done with it. It's not a good idea. I mean, if you want to rub food on your face, have a good time, like, at least it's not going to hurt her. However, this lavender oil just made this go from like, okay, do it if you want to holy crap, you might be burning your skin. I'm really glad that she only did 1 to 2 drops, but anytime you are mixing an essential oil into a product on your own, you are setting yourself up for disasters, for skin irritations, for contact dermatitis, and major epidermal mistakes. Essential oils are the essence or the concentrate of a plant. Have you ever seen lavender produce oil? No. Can you imagine how much lavender you need to squeeze to actually get that oil? And it's usually distilled by either ethanol, alcohol, or by steam. If it's formulated into a product, it could have a fragrancing component, could maybe be relaxing, or it could maybe have some sort of stability or polyphenol benefit to it. But that's why, especially when using these potent, quote-unquote natural products, you need to be very careful because this can damage and irritate the skin. And also, you know, she says she's whipping this up in her kitchen or in her bathroom. What happens if that doesn't get dispersed evenly? You're not going through multiple phases of manufacturing in your own kitchen. So if she's not whipping that up properly, she could have little spots of just concentrated essential oil in there and other parts that are just totally fine. And even on the essential oil bottles, you know, from the doTERRA people that sell them, it even says, do not apply directly onto skin, because this is potent stuff. Just because it's not regulated, it doesn't mean it can't be damaging. This is a horrible idea, and I'm surprised that her skin is not more red and irritated. I'm happy that it works for her, and like, she does look really cute and green, but this is not something I would ever recommend.
And when I'm trying to give my skin a little extra love, I have this amazing Puregenics collagen mask. I love it so much, and I keep it in the refrigerator. Right now I have it in this bowl of ice, along with my roller thingies that I'll use in a sec. I really like to roll over. Get it under your eyes, especially like if I have really early work or a really early show, I throw this on.
So taking a look at this face mask, they actually look kind of cool. It says 8 collagen masks and it's shipped overnight shipping. There must be something in here that requires refrigeration. So there's some sort of bioactive in here. It says intensive collagen masks. $425 for 8 collagen masks. $50 per face mask that you then discard. I mean, I know Kendall Jenner, I know that they have money, but even if you have money, can't you think of something more productive to put that to? I would rather use a $25 face mask and donate that other $25 to girls' education. Like, oh. It says skin recovers elasticity after using Puregenics collagen. So this is an ionized collagen mask that penetrates into cells and increases the strength and tone of loose or aged skin tissue. This is complex because yes, your skin is made of proteins, specifically collagen and elastin, the strong stuff and then the stretchy stuff. And that degrades as we get older and that can lead to wrinkling and sagging. Now, here's the thing, your body generates new collagen and new elastin through fibroblasts, these special cells inside of your body, but that is done through cellular signaling, through hormones from your brain and pituitary gland, and heavily relies on what is available in the body, such as the amino acids and the polypeptide chains that your body creates and folds into these collagen proteins. When we put things topically onto the skin, we can stimulate some of these cascade changes to happen. That's why things like medical microneedling plus radio frequency can actually help to stimulate some of that collagen. But just applying a cream, if it's not like a PRP vampire facial, are you really getting the same kind of effect? Also, I don't know exactly the size of this molecule, but collagen itself is a large protein and it is too large to penetrate into the skin. If you apply it topically, it can be soothing, but if you want things to actually penetrate, use amino acids or use peptides that are actually going to have a chance to get a little bit deeper. The website doesn't list the ingredients. I am guessing that this has a base of water, the universal solvent. I'm guessing it has glycerin. I'm sure that it has some sort of plant extract. It probably has fragrance, and then they're probably putting in some sort of this hydrolyzed collagen or ionized collagen, and hopefully maybe some peptides or some marine bioactives. Now, this is all speculation because I can't find the ingredients. If someone can help me, that would be great, but they don't seem to want to tell you, which just makes me very, very skeptical. Somebody please help me find the ingredients, leave them in a comment, and we will dissect these in another video.
My skin definitely feels like it acts up a bit more during fashion month, just because like so much is going on. They're like putting so much makeup on you and using a ton of product. So I've gotten like really gnarly rashes just from like probably someone using the same brush on me and another girl at the end of a lineup. I'm really like, you know, OCD now about my skin and what I let touch my face during fashion week.
I'm really happy she brings this up because I think it's a misconception that models have perfect skin. Models have some of the worst skin out there. And yes, I was a runway model with acne before I ever got on YouTube. And that's actually how I met Kendall, was through modeling. I haven't seen the rashes that she's talking about, but is it breakouts from dirty brushes? Is it irritation to an ingredient? Is it contact dermatitis, atopic dermatitis, eczema, you know, a psoriasis flare? Since I know that her sister Kim does struggle with psoriasis. I've only actually met her once. It was was at the Marc Jacobs Fashion Week show. I think she was just having a really bad day. We're all human, we all have them. But you know what? She looked good, she did her thing, she did great, and I'm happy that she's still doing it and that she's figuring out ways to take care of her skin.
Sometimes I'll take it and like clump it into a ball and rub the extra. Let it sit for a sec.
So smart of doing that. And again, these facial rollers, we have torn these apart in 2 different videos now. Please click right here, and I've left the other one right there. There is a very specific place and time that these should be used, and then there are other times where they should absolutely not. And if you're interested in one, please watch one of these first. This idea is also fantastic because when you think about it, a sheet mask is just a serum or a moisturizer that is in like a cotton layer that you apply to your face. It's not a traditional face mask in the way we think of kaolin clay or bentonite clay masks. So really, squeezing out all of the excess and saving whatever is left in that jar or in that bottle or in that package, that's the good stuff that you're actually paying for, so don't throw it away. Wipe the excess all over.
Now I am going to just rinse my face. I love this cleanser.
What?
It is by Christy Kidd. It's called Clean.
What? Whoa, 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 whoa. We just spent $425 on some face masks that penetrate collagen into our skin to wash it off? Please tell me you're kidding, right? Did the instructions say that you have to wash this off? No, that face mask was a leave-on. Oh my God. She literally just flushed $425 down the drain. I'm losing it here. Okay, let's cleanse this $50 right off our skin. Okay.
I love this cleanser. It is by Christy Kidd. It's called Clean. I have always been super into my skin, especially when I was about like 14 and started breaking out. I started like really, you know, getting into skincare, and I remember I would go to like the pharmacy with my mom and get all these probably not great products. I've just been really into it for so long just because I have had acne prone skin, so for me it's just like something that was an obvious thing I felt I needed to get into, and seeing my own skin journey has taught me so much.
Kendall Jenner is a sister as an acne sister, and yes, my ex-manager used to actually work as her acting manager at another company, and while they did a photo shoot, you know, my ex-manager disclosed to me about how much Photoshop they had to do about her acne, about how one of the photographers or directors involved, I don't remember, but somebody like actually called the dermatologist's office to get her an appointment and get her on antibiotics because they were like, you can't model like this. And that was really upsetting for me to hear, you know, as an acne sufferer who was also in the modeling industry. It's like, yo, when can we just be like, you know, accepted for our skin? But does anybody else also remember that one time that Kendall Jenner came out? And we were like so excited, and like as a lesbian I was like, oh my god, I finally have a chance. And then her coming out announcement happened, and she was coming out with the fact that she had acne and Proactiv cured it. Like, I know the founders of Proactiv and I know how this stuff went down. The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. Also, when it comes to this cleanser, I cannot find the ingredients for it, but it does seem like a good one. When I'm actually looking it up, it's developed by a physician assistant. So this is, I guess, what you would technically call medical grade skincare, even though medical grade skincare is like natural in the sense that it really doesn't mean anything. I don't know what is in these products, but I do think it's important to note that this is created by someone with experience in cosmetic dermatology, and Kendall Jenner and her family do have access to cosmetic dermatologists, aesthetic dermatologists, plastic surgeons, etc. And I don't know about quarantine, but you better believe that that skin is also due in part to many treatments, many procedures, and lots of money. But overall, if it's her dermatologist or physician assistant or NP that is suggesting this to her, it's obviously good for her skin, it works for her, and she does look really, really great, undoubtedly.
Seeing my own skin journey has taught me so much. So yeah, I've kind of come up with this regimen and this routine that really works for me. It's been really, really okay since. I mean, I obviously am human, I have my breakouts here and there, but yeah, it's been so much better than what it was before, but it was brutal for a moment.
I'm so happy that she's had the confidence to open up about that. Again, I don't watch the Kardashian show, so I really don't know if she's spoken about it there, but I think that normalizing acne, because it's a part of our skin, normalizing different conditions is so important, and I'm really happy that she is using her platform to do that, even if it is tied to a sponsorship or to a brand deal.
I wear sunscreen every day. I use this Elta MD Clear. I just use a little bit, and then I sometimes mix it. Honestly, most days I mix it with this SkinCeuticals serum, 4 to 5 drops. Mix it around, get it all in there.
Oh, so first she had like used that sunscreen to grease up the key to my heart, because this is an amazing sunscreen and I'm so happy that she knows to protect her skin every day, and this is affordable, it is an excellent formulation, yes, but then we're mixing it in with the CE Ferulic? What? So the SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic is notoriously overpriced in my personal opinion. It is a vitamin C serum that smells like, you know, bacon or hot dog water. And I know it's recommended by many derms. There are less expensive alternatives. There's the Drunk Elephant for half price, and then for like $10 there is this Clear or Clear something brand that I found online. However, CE Ferulic is $166, which is a ridiculous amount of money. And when you look at the formulation of the sunscreen and of the CE Ferulic, mixing them together is doing you multiple disservices. First off, CE Ferulic should be applied first so it can actually penetrate and soak into the skin because it likes an acidic environment. Mixing it with this Elta MD means that it's probably not going to penetrate as well. And then also the Elta MD, specifically when we look at those ingredients, we do have purified water and cyclopentasiloxane. This cyclopentasiloxane creates a film on the skin. It doesn't soak into or absorb into the dermis or anything like that. It creates this occlusive barrier, which is why it feels so luxurious. But this barrier doesn't penetrate. And if you're mixing that in, first off, you're diluting your sunscreen, so it's not going to give you, you know, the SPF 46 that the bottle, you know, says. And then second off, you're not even letting that CE Ferulic serum penetrate. It is true that vitamin C along with your sunscreen is a great thing to do. Specifically, vitamin C can kind of refresh vitamin E. And the ferulic acid in here can definitely stabilize, but apply this first and then apply the sunscreen, because all we're doing is diluting this sunscreen, ruining this beautiful sunscreen, and then not getting the full benefits of this $166 overpriced serum. Like, again, she's intelligent. She sees amazing people. I'm like, know better, please. This is just painful to watch one of my favorite sunscreens be disgraced like this.
I mean, clearly I love it. It's like nearly gone. This Mario Badescu green tea cucumber aloe spray.
At least this product is affordably priced, but holy guacamole. Again, why are we applying a sunscreen first, ruining the sunscreen, and then applying this facial mist? And again, this is thankfully only $12, but hear me out. It's basically propylene glycol and peppermint. It's a liquidy jelly consistency with a whole bunch of fragrance in there, and it does have aloe, it does have cucumber. I don't hate this brand or this product as much as I hate other products from this brand, or as much as some of my favorite influencers hate this brand. If you really want it, and if you don't have skin problems, go for it. But she mentioned sensitivity earlier. I can't imagine that this is doing anything good for her skin, especially applying it after a sunscreen. It's not doing anything. This should have gone in a toning step. So we should have gone cleanse, then this, then the CE Ferulic serum, and then the sunscreen. Oh, this is just a mess.
I love these exfoliating makeup wipes for my lips just before I put on makeup. So I like scrub my lips to get all the dead skin off.
What a fun way to get angular cheilitis and a split lip. Much better than taking a toothbrush to your lip, which I've seen some people do. The best thing you can do is get like a gentle sugar scrub. There's one that's more expensive, but it's from Bite Beauty that is excellent. There's some over the counter at the drugstore that I would highly recommend. Those are also more eco-friendly and sustainable than these types of wipes. So I don't recommend this, but at least it's not like a facial makeup wipe.
I was trying to figure out for so long why my skin was breaking out. Was it hormones? Was it what I'm eating? Am I allergic to something? Am I using the wrong products? And once I felt like I got my regimen down, I knew that it wasn't what I was putting on my face. I started thinking about my diet a lot and decided to cut out dairy. Not entirely. I love cheese.
Wow! So I did not know this. Again, Kendall Jenner is definitely a sister, but my personal acne journey also involved diet. You know, skincare is definitely self-care. It is definitely important. However, if you have major acne, it's not the only thing. Your stress levels, which directly impact your hormones, what you eat, which directly impacts your hormones, and then any allergens or toxins that you're exposing yourself to, such as fragrance or such as laundry detergent. If your skin is irritated easily by those things, can have an impact on your acne. I created this little clear skin chart, and again, this is what has worked for me. This is kind of the breakdown of how my diet and my skincare played into me figuring out what was right for my skin. Now, this is not going to be right for everybody, and for some people, diet has no correlation. They can eat, you know, the greasiest of pizza sticks dipped in straight up mayonnaise all day long and wash their face with Dove dish soap and Windex and never have a breakout. And then there's people like me who have studied skin for over 10 years, who have spent thousands of dollars on products and treatments, and I could just look at someone else with a pimple and my face will break out. But I do think it's important to kind of explore what works for you, and if skincare, if medications, if the advice from your dermatologist and doctor aren't helping, talk to them about your stress levels, talk to them about getting a blood test, looking at your hormones, looking at your diet, and seeing if that makes a difference. There is more and more data every single day coming out about the relationship of dairy and acne, specifically for people who eat high amounts of whey, like whey protein powder or what is found in milk. That can cause breakouts in some people. Brian Turner is also an acne warrior. He has some excellent videos about how his diet impacted his skin even after rounds of Accutane. But again, for me, diet was huge, and again, not for everyone, but I'm so happy that she is talking about this.
And that honestly helped me so much. And I drank tons of water, as much as I can or remember to. So after I scrub with my exfoliating makeup wipe,
Click this, the water and the acne myth. Click this. Drinking enough water will not cure your acne. But if you're dehydrated, your skin could be too, and you want your body to function optimally. This is for you.
After I scrub with my exfoliating makeup wipe, I love this Kylie Skin lip mask. I put it on while I'm doing my makeup, and then once I'm done and ready to move on to like doing my lipstick, I wipe it off. My last step before I do my makeup is this La Mer cream.
What? You're kidding me, right? Let me just sink into like my little turtle shell. Like, oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. We're putting a toner and a moisturizer on after the sunscreen that we have diluted and destroyed, and it happens to be an overpriced $400 and something cream that is literally Nivea plus seaweed in a can that they sung music to and charge unsuspecting consumers $400 for. This is a tub of Nivea, $510 for the full-size cream. And again, turn and learn those ingredients doesn't tell you everything about a product, but it gives us that first step of an idea. And when we do seaweed extract, algae, again, then we have mineral oil, petrolatum, glycerin, isohexadecane, different waxes, lanolin, alcohol. This is Nivea plus algae in an overpriced cream. These are some of the cheapest, least expensive, still good for the skin, but just cheap products. Petrolatum is literally Vaseline. You're paying $500 for a tub of seaweed and Vaseline. I'm just like, how do consumers do this? And again, La Mer has a story behind the brand. I know some things that nobody else will tell you, specifically about all of the crazy that goes into this line and how the founder used to tell people to eat it and like to rub it in their eyes to help with like blindness or something. I've got a video to research and create for you. But in the meantime, you have a product to avoid.
And now I am ready to do my makeup. This is what
I agree, this probably works wonderfully underneath her makeup because it's creating this kind of occlusive barrier, this petrolatum or Vaseline that really lets makeup sit on the skin nicely. But to apply this over a sunscreen? No, and the sunscreen has that cyclohexasiloxane or cyclopentasiloxane, which is going to work somewhat similarly to the isohexadecane. I just don't understand why. Kendall is intelligent. Kendall has access to treatments and access to products. I almost feel like she's trolling us. Like, I expected way better from her, especially out of like, you know, the entire Kardashian clan. The steps are out of order. Some of the steps are abhorrent. The ones that are overpriced, she has the money. If she wants to spend it on that, then fine. But please, at least put them in the right steps so that they can actually give benefits to the skin. I'm also shocked that there are no acne products in here. Maybe the cleanser, but I did not see a specific acne product. Again, not here to violate HIPAA. Years ago, there were different acne products that she had used. And again, years ago, she used Proactiv, which she came out about having acne and clearing her skin with Proactiv. Like, okay. But I'm actually so happy because her skin is glowing. It looks super fresh. I don't think Vogue is putting a filter on this video, but if somebody could help me find out, that would be great. And I'm really happy. Like, if she's able to achieve this just through her skincare and through her diet, and she doesn't need like a Tazorac cream or any antibiotics or things like that, I'm so happy because she looks great, and so does her energy around skincare, which is something that I appreciate so much. We've also reacted to her sister's skincare routine, which was abhorrent, especially because it involved pseudoscience and potential bacterial infection to the skin. And if you want to see that, please click right here. Make sure that that like button is hit, and if you're not subscribed, you don't want to miss other videos where we break apart the ingredients in skincare and help you become empowered by your routine. So make sure that is clicked so you don't miss it. At the end of the day, always remember to be beautiful both inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in one of these next videos. Love you guys. Bye.